Have you ever wondered why your Minecraft is so bad? Well, boy, do I have the solution for you. And no, it's not to touch grass. Welcome to the Lunar Client FPS challenge. Today, we're going to be pushing my PC to its limits and maybe even beyond. Watch to the end so you can learn how to maximize your FPS the most possible also. I've done many videos in the past about tips of how to improve your FPS, but today's a very special day because in those videos, I was talking about ways that you could boost your FPS and still have fun playing the game. Well, in this video, let's just say it gets unplayable at a certain point. Well, that's okay. It's just a test to see how much FPS we can get. And a little spoilers, when I did this before, I was able to get over 2000 FPS. All these mods that I'm using are going to be while using Optifine, so if you don't have that, here's a video on how to install that. Alright, now it's time for the first idea. I sometimes do this on stream and the reactions of the people are kinda hilarious. So what you have to do is go into a Bedwars lobby, preferably not the first or second one, and look off into the void until you see nothing on your screen, and then press F1. Wait a couple seconds, maybe remove around a little bit, and then press F1 again. For a split second, you will see the FPS that you get when looking around in the void. For me, it's around 800 to 700 FPS. And with that, we're going to move on to the next tip. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is find a 1x texture pack, even though I've said on my channel multiple times that it doesn't affect FPS too much. It makes a tiny difference. So despite that we're in the air and no textures are loaded, for some reason my FPS spiked up to 1500. And don't be asking me why, because I have no clue. Okay, so now you might be saying, you're still in a multiplayer world, and that's taking up your PC's resources, right? And my answer would be to shut up, because I would secretly know that you're right. So it's time to move over to a single player world. Fly up to Y256 to be in the void, and while using a 1x texture pack, I get around 1800 FPS. While we're at it, let's make the render distance 3, even though it probably won't matter because we're in the sky anyway. Yeah, I was wrong. I was able to get 1900 FPS. After being proved wrong 2 times, I was like, surely not again. So while I was showing you all these tips, we were in the version 1.8, and apparently it's extremely bad for FPS. So yeah, we were using a bad version. Time to switch to 1.7. Nope. So Lunar Client doesn't support 1.7. I don't know how I never noticed this, but I guess we're just gonna have to skip it. But if you're playing on another client that supports 1.7, and you're playing on a server that supports 1.7, then I think it's a super good idea to switch for FPS. Now this next tip is something I stole from my other video about how to increase Lunar Client FPS, but still being able to play the game. I put my lazy chunk loading on highest, and for those that are new to my channel and don't know what lazy chunk loading is, it's basically loading in your chunks slower than usual, obviously increasing your FPS. And this is a very good performance mod that's integrated into Lunar Client. So at Y256 with a 1x texture pack in a single player world with a render distance of 3, I'm able to get 1978 FPS. And that's the highest FPS I was able to get. I remember being able to get much higher before. I don't know what happened. It's already 8 times what my monitor can output. But tell me if you're able to beat it. I really want to see if people can beat me by using these tips. And I suggest watching this video that I took a long time on. In the video, we discuss how to improve your FPS while still being able to play the game. I'll see you in the next video.